right, Scorpio, welcome in. Welcome to your end of February, first half of March. I'm going to include the first half of March. In the extended, I will go into the astrology of it for you, and I'll give you some kind of sense of where things are going. It's a very, very powerful month, which is why I decided to do this. I'm also doing a little bit of traveling, so it kind of just worked out. But let's see what's going on for Scorpio. A lot of the themes to me, when I was looking at the astrology, seem about healing, a lot of inner child healing. So you could have really, for the past year, be completely overtaken by, like, why are all these people mad at me, or why am I having so much trouble with people, or something like that. I'll tell you why, because all of these things are coming up for review, to move on from them, to heal them, to complete them. You might have been doing this reviewing and like not realizing the rest of the process, that like, oh yeah, I see, I got a problem with her. Oh yeah, this is like triggering me in this way. Oh yeah, this is a problem here. Oh yeah. But then like that's kind of where it stopped. So you might be one of the many, actually not one of the few, one of the many who have been like, why is so much of this happening? Why so much? Like, is it like I don't have people skills anymore? Like, what's going on here? So let's see. All right. Yeah, there's your card. First card out. First card out. Death card underneath. This came up in my reading too. Truth. I have, check you out. Healer. Oh, okay. Nature spirits. I got it. I feel like spirit is saying to you, like, you're not doing this work fast enough. You're not letting yourself let go of some things. There may be, in fact, at least one person in your life that you're like, nope, I refuse to see her side of the story. I refuse to let him off the hook. I refuse, right? Like there's something like that going on. It might be more than one person, but if you're having some kind of repeated triggers over and over and over again, it's time to really see it and let that go. I also want to say to you that that person is not going to change. I'm just getting that person's not going to change. This is really who they are. And, we can talk a lot of woo here about the spiritual path, but what I want to say to you in terms of, let's just call it personal healing or personal development or whatever it is, because it's the same thing. Okay. Who is anybody to say that someone's personal healing journey isn't spiritual or vice versa? Right. So I feel like if you embraced it, if you called it some different stuff, because I feel like this is about words. And could be about like the words people use, or how they talk about something really irritates you or antagonizes you or something like that. It's kind of like, okay, can you get beyond the words that they're saying? Because I just feel like that's a lot of the reason why so many people fight on the internet, is that it's the way people describe it. It's the words they use trigger people. And then they have to come in and like correct you or say something that's going to be in their parlance, which is equally as valid. Okay. So, it's just a matter of what we're missing with online conversation is it's not as, first of all, it lacks sort of a context. Right? You kind of lack context. First of all, you don't know any of these people personally, so you don't know where they're coming from and how they might perceive something. And then there's this removal of any kind of social niceties or anything like that, which is fine, because a lot of those things got us into a lot of trouble with inauthenticity. So it's totally fine. But it makes total sense to me that, Scorpio, that you're the one who kind of blows a hole in this paradigm with your own healing. Okay. It's like being a connector of truth. And regardless of the words people use, it's almost like removing that veil And people get triggered for all sorts of reasons. And triggers are really green flags. Triggers are really the place that says, like, dig here, dig here. This is the thing. So if you have somebody in your family or in your life who's triggering you over and over again, instead of it being like that person needs to change their behavior, which may also be true. Okay. But you can only control you and deal with how you are. So if you, especially if you have somebody that you kind of can't get away from, at least entirely, you know, they may be married to your sibling or something like that, and you can't get away from them entirely because you don't want to destroy the sibling relationship or something like that. Or you're, you know, this person's a boss, or this person is somebody who's in your life for a, you know, sort of a protracted period of time, not just somebody that you pass by on the internet. But there's definitely something here about healing truths for people in the way that people talk about them, or being able to communicate in a different way so that someone sees it from a different angle. What a gift that is. So some of you are transforming into that. Some of you are gaining more insight into your own triggers and wounds, and that's really catapulting you. I feel like this has been trying to come out for you for a long time. And maybe if you're not hearing me say this, maybe then in your travels, you're just kind of like, well, I don't know if that's my story. I know that that person's a pain in the ass and I don't want to deal with them. And I feel completely justified in that. But what if you could like mitigate the rage about it or something like, what if you could heal your own stuff so that person can completely be the same person and say the stupid stuff they're saying or whatever, but like, you don't care. That's what it means to be healed. Okay. So you've learned the lesson, or you taken it in and been like, okay, this is what I'm going to do with myself. So yeah, look at this. So there's patterns: 9 of Wands, the 2 of Wands, the 7 of Swords, the 2 of Cups, and the healing card of the Star. I love it. So this 7 of Swords is kind of like, it's almost, I want to say this to you, stealthy healer. You are a stealthy healer. Okay. This doesn't strike me as lying. That feels to me like, you know, maybe it's stuff we tell ourselves, but it's not helping us. Okay. It's not helping us to be judgmental or to see the other person as, you know, she needs help. Okay. Whatever. But this says, like, how can we create harmony in ourselves, and harmony, not just like, this is not about going along to get along and then having 3 days of a trigger meltdown. Okay. That's not what this is. Look at, even Charlie ran away from me when I said that. This is really about you mitigating the damage someone can do to you because they no longer can hook you. Because it's not a thing anymore. Not a thing anymore. It's just like, oh God, I see it again. I see it, but it is what it is. There's the Judgment card. Ace of Pentacles. This is a gift. Can you see from, this is what it means also to be spiritually awakened, is to see other people in their completely unhealed places, but yet see the beauty of them at the same time. See the beauty of the connection that you have with somebody, even if it is just about triggering you so you'll do this work. So this is like, it's a gift. And boy, is that a flip side. I can't believe we can't see the Hanged Man yet. The 4 of Swords, more healing. This is a gift of healing. 7 of Cups, Hierophant, 3 of Pentacles, 3 of Cups, Ace of Wands, another ace here, and the Page of Pentacles. So people are complex. Okay, people are complex. So you're getting some kind of gift of healing, even if it's kind of through a backwards kind of door. And the 7 of Cups is about being confused about that. But there is a person who like is trying to like demand your allegiance or demand your attention or requires a lot of attention. And instead, you're kind of shifting this into using it for your own growth and your own. Boy, isn't that an amazing kind of turn of events here? So I feel like there's like the angels, hey orbs, all psyched about seeing you again. Thank you for being around. The orbs have been around. The Three of Cups and the Ace of Wands. This is like, hey, I'm freeing up that energy. I'm learning stuff, right? The Page of Pentacles. I'm freeing up that energy. Um, there's also some kind of energy around you of someone not being able to learn new things, incorporate new information. And it's like, have I also been doing that by not being able to get over that? Like that person can't incorporate new information, and I have a real irritant that really irritates me because I feel like, well, that means that person's not growing. And that may well be true, but it's not your place. I don't know. It's just like, what is it about me that like can't stand it when someone else is like that? What is it about me that can't stand it when someone else, because there's a feeling that it does impact me because this person never is able to grow or whatever. But here's the thing, like, we are not in charge of other people's growth patterns or what they're doing. So I feel like this is an opportunity to really step into your own healing journey and be able to kind of let that person go, or this may not be one person. This could be patterns, okay? Patterns, or, we're seeing it in multiple people or whatever. And it's like, wow, this is something that is really helping me expand and grow in my life. And so there's some kind of celebration here and a new idea that comes in because you're willing to heal from, I don't know, being misunderstood or feeling like someone has told lies about you behind your back, and yet you were trying to be kind and generous. And you're like, why am I being kind and generous to this person? They're nothing but manipulative. I don't know why I'm getting this strong story of someone being very rigid with you, and it has infuriated you. You know why? Because Scorpio is all about risk. Whenever you form a partnership or a relationship, it's a risk. Scorpio, 8th house, is all about the risks we take to grow. And there's a lot of themes in the astrology coming up that I'm going to share with you about personal growth. Okay. So if that irritates you, this might be your reading. If it irritates you that I'm saying like you need to look at yourself like that, I don't know if you're even watching still, but like that could be something that says, oh, and maybe, maybe I'm not in the emotional triangle with you, so I'm not bothering you by saying that, but like, what is this Three of Pentacles? More page energy, beautiful messenger energy, world, strength, and the Five of Wands. Yeah, it's this I feel like this connection, it could be a love partner, but more likely it's somebody who wants to position themselves as superior to you. And they may, and of course, anybody walking around on this planet, we are all the same. No one is superior to you. No one is inferior to you. None of that. Okay. So there's definitely something possibly past life-y about this, that there's an irritation that someone's wanting hierarchy, and like how to get out of that, how to, stop having that. I feel like there's messages coming through that it's inspiring you by saying, okay, this is information I can really use to grow. Now, end of February and into March. End of February, we have Mars going direct, and that is in Cancer. That is a water sign, so it is trining you. There's nice supportive energy. We have Venus going retrograde. I'm going to do a whole video about the rose line and the Venus energy that is divine feminine energy. You'll see that this week. This confusion here, though. Page of Swords, 3 pages. 4 of Wands, 10 of Wands, and the 7 of Wands. I just feel like you have been trying to unhook from these patterns for a long time. And the thing that is going to take you to unhook is to remove the drama around it, see your own healing, focus on your own healing. That is going to dissipate all of this energy. And there's a reason for this. We got the healing cards right up here with the star card and the Four of Swords. So there's definitely something here that is moving in a new direction. Ace of Pentacles and Ace of Wands. And I feel like there's such, by the time we get to Pisces full moon, so we also have a Pisces new moon. Pisces is a water sign just like you, so that's also supportive energy. And Piscean energy is about creativity. It is about Christ consciousness, the mystical heart of Christ. There is this beautiful energy of acceptance, regardless of what someone does or who they are or how they present themselves to you or how they try to manipulate or control you or lie about you or whatever it is. Like, you don't have to spend that much time with them, but I feel like there is something to learn. And I feel like you're finally putting this burden down. Beautiful. Beautiful. So let's continue on. I'm already getting into the astrology. Let's go deeper into that. I'll talk with you how that might impact you. We'll look what you don't see coming and we'll see how this plays out. All right. Link is below if you want to continue on with me, Scorpio. I'll see you over there. All right. I hope you enjoyed that video. If it was helpful to you, please consider liking this video and sharing it with anybody who might have a need for similar kind of information. And if you like this video, check out these videos.